Yes, you've guessed it. We are back in Parkwood in Coventry, United Kingdom. And of course, we are amongst the Bluebells. So we'll walk down this lovely path here, which you've been down many times. And today we've been talking to friends all over the place. I'm just so grateful for all this modern technology where we can talk to friends all over the place. We've had a chat with Raj, as always, in New Delhi, in Gurgaon, Haryana, and then we had Maria we were chatting to down in Chelmsford, and then we chatted with Anyana up north in England, and so on and so forth. What a day. This perfume now is at a top notch. It's just beautiful. And of course I'm using the microphone, a professional microphone now, and the end result is that when I take a snapshot, I can't hear the shutter click. Not that there's a shutter on a smartphone, but there we go. But our friend Anyana, she also and her family live in the countryside. So they've been going out and about, miles from anywhere. Nobody sees them. They don't see anybody. And so they're also very fortunate. Lovely bank of bluebells. I've been trying to look for a video editing suite. Please leave in the notes if you know of one that's good for somebody who's a beginner on video editing, and at one and the same time it can edit 4K and it outputs in MP4, which YouTube like best of all. So I've just looked at I've looked at Nero, Adobe. I've got an Adobe Elements pack that I bought years ago. I couldn't get on with it, so I took it off the machine again. And it's not been used, I don't think, hardly at all, because it's too. You need something that's intuitive, or alternatively that they are get started and do the basics. And by that I mean joining up short videos, a little bit of putting a title on at the beginning or the end, and that's the basics. But when you look at these video packages, you open them up, there's a trillion buttons to push. I did it the other night. I managed to import. Of course, they don't all call the things the same word. On one it's import, on another it's something else, and on a third it's something else completely. So you've got no way of knowing what you're doing. My wife is up there, right up in the distance. And what I don't understand is why they can't talk to each other and use the same names for what they're doing. Merge is fairly obvious, but not even all of them call it merge. I forget what the one I did the other day. Anyway, I managed to get 3 of these on a timeline and played them all through, and yes, it was a full video, and saved it. It saved it in the strangest of formats that only this app can play. What is the point? Tell me what. Do you know, can't they all get together and say, let's work out which, like they did with Betamax, and eliminate the versions, the code that doesn't work. Let's get the one that does work. If MP4 is the best, let's all use it. Not FLV and MPEG and all the rest of it. Let's just use the one that works. It's a mystery to me why they all want everything separately. Well, there's somebody down there, so I shall have to miss that. Miss the person down there taking their dog for a walk. Look at that. Just look through there. Isn't that beautiful? I think I said that before. Where's my wife gone? I thought she was with me, but oh, she's right over there. Hi. Come on. Are you coming? Oh, look at these, I've just noticed. We walked past those. Oh, very nice. I think that's rowan by the look of the leaves. Look at these bluebells. They'll be gone in no time. We have to make the most of them. Just look at those. I love this. How could you not love this? And as I said the other day, the blackberry brambles, call them brambles, whatever, they are gradually overtaking these poor things. This little bank here is okay, but over this side there's still lots of bluebells. You can see them in the distance, but of course the problem is, look at those problems. They're being overcrowded by the thistles. Lovely, lovely one there. Let's go along this way a little way. We haven't done this side very often. Oh my word, I forgot how superb this side is. Look at this little path, look. What can you say? That is simply spectacular. And the aroma, if you can imagine, is just exquisite. Oh my word. As you probably know, I'm a poet. Well, I write poetry of sorts. And the interesting thing is that I've had 169 people who have looked at my poetry. So I don't think people like poetry very much. Maybe they just don't like my poetry. As I've said before, I am the Rambeling Rambler. So consequently, people haven't seen it. And yet I've got well over 750,000 people have looked at the videos on my main channel, and I find that rather strange that there's not a few more who have looked at the poetry. But never mind, I've been working on a poem today. I got started on it, and and it's all about double entendre, double meaning. So many words have got double meaning. You can almost say anything and it has another meaning. I never thought anything of it. My wife and our neighbour have been swapping cooking in a safe way, I should say. They leave stuff on the wall and leave it for a time, but they're doing it in a safe way. And our neighbour did some fantastic buns the other day with ginger in them. And I just said to her, oh, loved your buns. And the next thing, she was pushing her bosom into the middle. I thought, what? Then I suddenly realised, you don't say buns, do you? Of course, it could also mean your derriere. Is this just English? I don't think so. But it gets down to it so that almost any word has another meaning. I still remember when we were in Germany, I was, well, I'm going to have to tell you that. I'll tell you the next story. Irene, somebody coming, we'll have to go over here. I'll have to tell you that on another video because we're getting near the end. So I will say thank you for watching. A special thank you for those who have subscribed or those who are about to subscribe. So bye from now from Parkwood in Coventry, United Kingdom. Bye from Dave.